How's it going? Today we're going to be doing another module here. This one's going to be the heat map. So let's get right into it. Go ahead and go into your heat map. It's a little different, as you can tell. You're just going to add a heat map. Then you got to create a channel, do the same thing that we've been doing. This, in my opinion, is going to be a public one. Some people tend to think that this is admin, but we have this awesome thing called player locations. So we don't really need heat maps, but whatever. So go and set up your thing, your integration like we always have. Name it whatever you want, save it, and then go to copy webhook URL, paste it into its respective field, and then this is where things get a little strange. I personally don't understand the live radar when we have player locations, but live radar is still pretty cool to see. I believe it even gives you a. Oh, it doesn't. Whatever. So I would leave it on heat map. Keeps it simple. You do have to do this manually. So I'm on Livonia. We're going to switch that to Livonia, and we're going to check everything, right? Or you don't have to because you can create another heat map. So for example, if you just want, data, like player generated data, you're just going to select this. If you just want kills, you're just going to select that. Very self-explanatory. So, you can do a a DK, which in my opinion, for like genuine PvP based, not death matches or anything like that, but heavy PvP and raids, decay is the way that you want to go because you can create a half-life. So if you guys don't know what a half-life is, it's half. So if I have a Snickers bar and it's going to get moldy in 12 hours, its half life is 6 hours, right? So you can do 7 days. This will be tracking data from 7 days ago. It's a little bit much. So I would keep it 24 to 48 hours. If you're very serious, if you're low pop, 7 days wouldn't be bad. If you're over 10 pop, if you're over 10 pop, I would leave it at 24 hours. I'm just going to set mine to 48 hours because nobody plays my test server. So call it 48 hours, whatever. I personally like Fog of War. Looks a little bit cooler, but they do have a lot of options. So you can do, red hot, like thermal, yellow, orange, red, green, blue, red, whatever. I like topographic bands, which is more like red hot, like a thermal imaging, but whatever. I'm just going to do Fog of War because I love it. And make the radius huge. If you make it small, that's how big that these people will be appearing. So if you're low pop, big. If you're medium pop, probably somewhere like in this area. If you're low pop, you can probably bring it down to here. And if you're just like full on PvP, sure. Run that or either run the live radar. And you can create another one, like I said, to do all the events and stuff like that. So for now, let's make it 100. And we're going to do every server restart. That's probably the way that you want to do that. Just because it's, you want to name this player heat, player data heat map. Just to let people know like what's going on here. What they're looking at, like what is this? In case you have two, in this case, yeah, if you want to do one for people and then one for events, you would want to be specific here. But yeah, so on every server restart, I think that's fine. You can send that now. Oh, did I not enable it? Whatever. I probably didn't save it. So yeah, and then you can hit send now after you've created it. And I would also do. I would not replace previous message, so people can see how the events and things are happening throughout the server, and the pathways and stuff like that. I like that. I think it's really cool to see like natural pathways from players and such. And even the server with events to see how the server is spawning things. But I'm also kind of weird, so do whatever you want. This essentially just means, do you want the Do you want the message to be reposted or to replace the previous message? Very simple. I'm going to leave it blank. Hit create, and it's going to be saved. And I'm going to go ahead and hit send now. And I don't think it's going to post immediately. Yeah, it won't post immediately, but it will essentially look like this with a little bit of Livonia in the background. So, all right, that's about it, man. And I will catch you guys on the next one.